Hey, what's up? What's going on? It's your girl Mary Jane. Please like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peace, my peoples. So, anyways, let's get into it. Power, season 4, episode 6. Ghost is having a nightmare, and Tasha's not sleeping next to him, so he's feeling some type of way. So, Ghost, he wakes up, he gets dressed, he rehearses his speech. We see him get naked, get in the shower, put his cufflinks on, put his diamond earring in. So officially he's back to being Ghost for now, but there are some hiccups going on along the way. So anyways, Ghost, he talks to Tasha, and he asks Tasha, what's going on? Where the kids at? You know what I mean? He just got out of jail. Where the kids at? Shouldn't the kids be near their father? Doesn't it show like the family is not together? The family is kind of apart because their daddy just got out of jail and the kids ain't nowhere in sight. And so, Tasha was like, the kids needed some time. And so then Ghost was like, what, you needed some time too, Tasha? Where did you sleep last night? So Ghost is really feeling some type of way. She was like, I slept in the other room. We ain't back together. This is for show. So anyways, Ghost is feeling some type of way. So he tells Tasha, hey, listen, let's start all over. Let's put the past in the past and let's start brand new together, so Tasha tells Ghost, so Tasha was like, oh, start over for good? Because Ghost is like, it's over for good between me and Angela. And Tasha was like, nah, it ain't over between you and that bitch. She blew her whole life in open court so you can walk. So dude, it ain't over. For a woman to stoop to go down that road and destroy her career and testify in open court and admit that she was with you and all this other stuff that can arise from the situation, it ain't over between you and her. So Tasha ain't no dummy. So anyways, so Ghost is like, okay, we'll talk tonight. Tasha's like, yeah, we'll talk tonight. I'll let the kids stay out another night, whatever. You guys need to know where your kids are. Where your kids at when it's past 8 o'clock. But they got so much drama going on, they ain't even focused on what's going on with the kids. So anyways, you got Cannon. He's watching Ghost show up to the Club Truth or whatever. Ghost shows up to his club. He takes all the shit off the building. And then guess who shows up? Simon Stern shows up. And he lets Ghost know, you owe me paper. You owe me some money. And, Simon is like, you look good in the suit. You look like a new man. It's like, Simon is Stern is just dissing Ghost like, you look like a new man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't behind bars like some animal, like some thug. Oh, God. So anyways, Simon was like, we need to talk. I'm your creditor. Ghost is being, disrespectful to Stein because like he ain't feeling the dude because they have beef back in the day. So Stein is like, how you gonna talk to your new creditor like this? How you gonna address me like this? I came here to collect. He was like, oh, I see you haven't. Ghost like, collect for what? Stern is like, I see you haven't talked to your wife. You haven't talked to your wife. You didn't know? We made a little deal together. And Mellow, New York, he says Tasha will go behind Ghost's back and definitely hook up with Stern because she spoke out her turn in last season, and Simon Stern knows that Ghost can't control Tasha. So Mellow, New York was absolutely on point. So anyways, word life. So anyways, so Simon Stern tells, Ghost, what the deal is. The deal is I need your help. This is a new business adventure. It's some real estate thing. We can get some loans. Tax bracket will be low. If I have a colored person, if I have a black person, front, get some minority loans and all that other good stuff, some real estate info. So he was like, and so, Simon Stern was like, yo, you could be the CEO and I'll just be the silent partner because we need to get all these tax breaks, And Simon Stern is like, it'll make money for both of us. We'll both get paid off this situation. So in the midst of that, Tony Teresi. So, Ghost says old man to, Simon Stern, he's an old man, but an old white man. Then he also calls Tony Teresi an old man. So Ghost also got old white man chasing after him. So is that going to lead to a fact where there's going to be a lot of white people coming after Ghost? I don't know. I'm just saying. So anyways, Tony Teresi was like, yo, you've been out for a minute. You've been out for a grip. How come Tommy hasn't called me? I want to hear from Tommy Egan, or I'm not going to keep a little secret, a little mishap that you had, with Marshall, AKA Charlie Murphy, RIP. And so Ghost was like, I'm going to handle it. I'm going to take care of her, okay? Leave me the fuck alone. And so Simon Stern's like, is everything okay? Ghost is like up to his neck and shit. He just got out of jail and he's dealing with all the bullshit that he can possibly, deal with. So anyways, we get to Jukebox. Jukebox calls, Cannon, and is like, yo, you better get a move on it. You better hurry up with these funds and get Ghost in sight, get money in sight. If not, I'm going to put a bullet in this little motherfucker's head. And she's talking about Tariq. And, Cannon's like, yo, I know Jukebox ain't no joke. So he's like, and so, Cannon was like, so where you got? So Cannon doesn't even know where Jukebox has, Tariq at this point in time. So Jukebox was like, yo, I got him up in Queens. Yo, I'll give you the address once you get Ghost and once you get the money. You know what I'm saying? And so, Cannon was like, yo, you got to wait a minute because, Ghost is mad hot right now. So, the news and everything is out here. So we got to lay in the cut for a minute. So, Tariq calls Tasha, but it's not really Tariq calling Tasha. It's Jukebox calling Tasha to let her know that Tariq ain't coming home tonight. He wants to stay out another night. Tasha's cool because she's in her drama and her stress. So it shows you where, Ghost and Tasha are losing sight of what's most important to them, and that's their family. Their immediate family, their kids. They did all this for their kids, but right now they don't know what the fuck is going on with Tariq. They don't know what's the business with Tariq. They don't even know who he's hanging with. They don't even know there's been licks done on Tariq's friend, from his private school. And so it's just like they're losing sight of what's most important, and why they do everything is for their family. So anyways, so moving on. So as Tasha's getting this text or whatever, she's out with Lakeisha. She's out with Keisha or whatever, and Lakeisha is like, the FBI took the chains off this morning or whatever, and like I said, I would like to be nice to know what's going the fuck on. So Tasha was like, oh, that's good to hear, whatever. But Lakeisha's like, yo, like I said, it would be nice to know what the fuck's going on, what's going on since Ghost is out of jail. You know what I'm saying? And so Keisha's asking, like, so Ghost staying in the penthouse with you? Tasha was like, nah, he's not staying in the he's in the penthouse, but we ain't together now, and we just got to keep a good look for the FBI or whatever, so we can have a united front just in case something comes up. But Tasha also mentions to Ghost that this case ain't over from Terry Silver, and Ghost was like, nah, it's over. But anyways, Keisha, she's mad. She's upset. She wants her business to go back to normal and all this other stuff. She wants to know what's good, what's going on with the situation, what's happening, and it's just like, she feels like she's in the dark. She wants her life to go back to regular, and she wants her business to be regular. She doesn't want to be in the drug business. She wants to be out, and she's telling Tasha that she wants to be out the business. You know what I mean? And Tasha was like, okay, bitch, it ain't going like that. Are you confused? Don't add to my problems. And so Tasha tries to change the situation. Was like, so what's going on with you and your boo thing? And so Lakeisha was like, well, there must be something. He must have lost his phone. Something's going on with his phone because he ain't, called me. And so Tasha was like, well, you know how men are. And so Keisha think that's a dig. You know how men are. Like, men just be dissing Keisha or whatever. And so then Keisha was like, yeah, I know how men are. Keisha's not feeling it. It almost seems like Keisha has on a wire, or she's recording this information that she's trying to have herself an insurance plan. That's what it seems like, but it's probably not happening. But anyways, Lakeisha's just like, yo, I just want my shop to go back to normal. I don't want no drug shit no more. And Tasha was like, yeah, I feel you, I understand, but it's gonna go back to normal, but it's just gonna take a little while longer or whatever. And Tasha, and then Lakeisha was like, I just want out. you, and then, Tasha was like, Lakeisha was like, I just went out. And Tasha was like, you'll be out soon. I promise you'll be out soon. Don't worry about it. You'll be out soon. So anyways, it's like, Lakeisha is sick of Tasha. For real, for real. She's sick of Tasha. She's tired of all this bullshit. And she kind of feels like, Tommy might not be calling her because Tasha has something to do with it. And then, Lakeisha was like, yo, I got to bounce. I got to go back to the shop or whatever. And so then Tasha says like, yo, oh, I know you got to go, girl. I know how these women be thirsty to get their hair done and all shit like that. And so Keisha took that as a dig, like thirsty. It almost seems like, Tasha was, undercover and saying that, yo, I know you thirsty for Tommy, but the nigga's busy right now. So anyways, Lakeisha, she leaves and she's not happy. And she gives, Tasha that look. And Tasha's like, yo, what's up with Tommy? So Tasha calls Tommy, but Tommy's in Chicago and he left his phone back in the States. His phone is in New York or whatever. So anyways, Tommy's out in New York, and Tommy's out in Chicago. He's meeting up with the boss that is giving him the drugs, Milan's boss or whatever, or Milan's people. So when Tommy shows up to the place in Chicago, there's two guards that pat him down to get on the elevator, and they're like pushing Tommy around a little bit. Tommy don't like to be pushed around because he has a really violent attitude. So Tommy is like, yo, after they take his gun and his shit, Tommy says to them like, yo, I hope you get stuck on the way down, motherfuckers. And so then Tommy is introduced to Jason, the guy that runs the organization. Oh, well, he might run the organization with Tatiana, which is the woman that we'll see later on or whatever. So anyways, they're having a conversation. They're talking. Tommy was like, it's good to meet you. Jason was like, it's good to meet you. Tommy was like, yo, I know we had some hiccups. I know things are not going right. But right now, we got a new plan. We got shit unlocked. You'll be getting the money that you've been getting and probably plus a little bit more. And so Jason's like, oh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. It's all good. And so, so then Tommy says to Jason, what happened? Something happened in the middle of the night over here or something? Because it looked like somebody moved fast, quick, in a hurry. And Jason was like, no, we're just expanding. This is just one of our mini spots. So anyways, Jason was like, yo, I know Ghost got out of jail. Tommy's like, damn, Ghost got out of jail. Tommy don't even know Ghost got out of jail because he's on this mission dealing with Chicago people. So it's just like, it's like everybody's not on the same page yet. Everybody's on different pages trying to handle their own personal issues and problems of things they got to handle, the problems that have, arise from just bullshit. So, but they're not on the same page. Tommy didn't let Ghost know or talk to Tasha to let anybody know that he was bouncing. He just let his boys know that he was bouncing and gave him his cell phone. But nobody really knows that, Tommy's in Chicago. So as Tommy got killed, nobody really would know what's up. So anyways, so then, Tommy says, oh, Ghost always lands on his feet. You know what I mean? Because Ghost got out of prison and he lands on his feet. But Tommy, foreshadowing Ghost lands on his feet, but Tommy is also foreshadowing that he's going to land on his feet in the end of the situation. So we'll see what happens if Tommy's going to start landing on his feet more than likely than Ghost, and he's going to have to help Ghost land on his feet. So anyways, Ghost, so Jason was like, yo, I don't really want you to be, dealing with, So Tommy's telling, Jason that, hey, Ghost doesn't know about the drugs yet, but once he finds out that drugs is running in and out the club, Ghost will be all right with it because we just have to do what we got to do. And, things are going to go back to normal. And so, Jason was like, yo, I just need Ghost off the table. I just need Ghost to just literally be done or whatever. And so Tommy's like, yo, I know you're not trying to tell me to kill Ghost, man. This shit happened before. And so, Jason was like, nah, because if you kill Ghost, the feds are going to come after you thinking that you killed Ghost or whatever. So right now, Ghost is safe so far in this episode. He's safe or whatever. And so he's like, but, I just want you to do business. I want you to look over multiple business, run two business in two different coasts or whatever. So that's what Jason is telling, Tommy. And Tommy was like, all right, good looking. Tommy's going to say anything right now because he just really wants to get back to New York. And now he knows his homies out. They need to catch up fast and quick or whatever. So anyways, Jason tells Tommy that, hey, I want you to run business in Los Angeles. And so Tommy was like, I really don't like that dry air. But when he says, I want you to run business in Los Angeles, does that have to do anything with Angela? Because Angela is lost right now until she finds out who actually killed Agent Knox. So anyways, keep going. So anyways, Tommy's like, I don't like that dry heat, but, and Tommy was like, so if everything's all good, can I go back to New York? And so Jason was like, nah, we're having a celebration tonight. We need you to be there. So Tommy's going to stay around, but Tommy doesn't want to stay around, and Tommy's looking over his back. Jason's like, you can stop looking over your back. Ain't nobody going to come out with a gun and shoot you and kill you like that. This is a new business property right now for me. I ain't got to kill you in here, nigga. I'm going to bury you if I want to kill you. So anyways, so Tommy can't get back home now. So Tommy's just like, damn. Tommy's caught up in a lot of situations. So anyways, Julio, he meets up with Dre. Dre pulls up in that Bentley, that silver Bentley or whatever. And so then Dre and, Julio, they talk. And so, Dre was like, yo, what you call me for? Would you call me because Ghost got out and you want to meet up with me or whatever? I thought we were all going to meet at the club or whatever and talk with Ghost. And then Julio was like, Ghost got out? How does not Julio's the distributor. Julio's like third in charge. It's Ghost, it's Tommy, then it's supposed to be Julio. But how Julio not know what's going on, that Ghost is already out and everything? So it's just like, Julio is kept on the outs. Is it because Julio left himself on the outs because Julio was slipping? Yes, Julio has been slipping. Julio forgot the 10 crack commands. So it's too late for him to listen to Biggie now. So anyways, it's a mess. So anyways, Dre is running game on Julio. He was like, yo, you heard about Cristobal telling everybody that he's been getting extra keys and all that other stuff. Now other people want keys. And, and it's like, yo, so then Julio was like, yo, do ghosts know that we're running drugs in the club or whatever? And so Dre was like, nah, he don't know. He don't know now. I don't know if he knows. He might know. I don't know. Or whatever. So anyways, then Julio goes like, yo, I saw you talking to Cannon. And Tommy says that none of us motherfuckers should be talking to Cannon. Or, a matter of fact, if we see Cannon, we should shoot on sight or whatever. And so, Dre, comes up with a good lie. He goes, yo, he showed up. He's trying to get back in the game or whatever. But I pushed back or whatever. So it's subtle. I can't kill Cannon right inside the club. That's going to bring more heat on us. And so Julio's like, yo, do, Tommy know about this? Nah, Tommy don't know about this or whatever. But, I'm going to tell him or whatever. It's all good. And so then, they bring up they bring up Cristobal running his mouth or whatever. And so then, Dre was like, yo, I heard Cristobal has been running his mouth, letting everybody know that, you're getting extra keys and all this, that you're giving him extra keys. And there's going to be some pushback by that situation. But then Dre was like, yo, I know some other people that are out here selling or whatever that are big time that possibly want to, get in on things because they're not happy with their connect or whatever, so they can possibly be our connect, and I can hook you up with these dudes or whatever. And so, Julio was like, yo, let me run that by Tommy first. And then, Dre throws it this in, oh, why you gotta run it by Tommy first? Like, you want Tommy to, wipe your ass, what, he's your babysitter or whatever? You already know how Tommy gets down. Don't come with him with a problem without a solution. So you should meet up with my boys or whatever, and then when you get at Tommy or whatever, you'll have a solution for the problem. That way it looks like you running things like you're the man. And so, Julio's taking this into consideration because Dre came to Tommy with a new solution about the drug things, setting up the, the club and distributing drugs like that and having a gambling thing going on. So, Julio's taking this to account. And also because Tommy has kind of been like upset with Julio with, coming to him with problems and not handling the business. So Julio's taking this into mind that, hey, I should do this, but why would Julio trust, a snake like Dre, because Dre has told Tommy that, hey, Julio's with the feds longer and all that other stuff and different things, how, Dre, undercut Julio with the situation with, the club and having the ballers come there and have a carrier business or whatever and all this other stuff. So it's just like, there's so many numerous reasons why Julio should not trust Dre, but he does. And then also Julio knows from the girl Sarah he slept with in last episode where he blew her back or whatever. She was telling him that Cristobal and Dre were meeting up and talking or whatever, and Cristobal's been coming around a lot. So at that moment, after he finished having sex with Sarah, he put it together that Cristobal and Dre are working together, or Dre's the one going around telling everybody to cause this commotion, but to cause this uproar. But it's like all that went out the window, and Julio believes everything that Dre's selling to him or whatever, and he should listen to the 10 crack commands. So anyways, Dre was like, you know what, I'll set the meeting up with the dudes or whatever. Later on tonight we'll meet up. Boom. Julio was like, thanks, man, loyalty. Dre is selling that loyalty, but Dre did sell that loyalty to Ghost. So if Ghost believe that Dre is loyal, it's not too far-fetched that Julio will believe Dre is loyal. So then Dre calls up, who Cristobal, and let him know, like, yo, we got to meet up. We got to talk, whatever. So it is what it is with that situation. And so Dre was like, yo, so then Dre is getting his plans together. He ain't even go see, Ghost yet. Yo, I'm trying to tell you, it's like, yo, I'm so disappointed in Julio. So anyways, so Tommy meets up with Jason, whatever, and they're all partying, they're doing their thing, they're having a good time or whatever, and we can see how that good time is gonna go wrong. So now we know that Julio is gonna be set up by Dre. It's a damn shame. And so Jukebox, she's ready to kill Tariq or whatever, and she gives Tariq lean and all this other stuff. And then Tariq asks Jukebox about her her nickname. She was like, oh, because when I was younger I could sing anything on a jukebox and I can blow, I was good. And then she also says that she can sing better than Tariq's mom, because Tariq asked her, can you sing better than my mom? They talk about Gladys Knight, they talk about Mahalia Jackson. She sings a little bit. Tariq gets knocked out, so right now he's out. And so then, Jukebox says, lights out, motherfucker, once Tariq pass out or whatever. So anyways, so Tommy's chilling with, Milan's people, with Jason or whatever. They're having a good time. They're drinking this exotic liquor, and, Tommy's going to get really drunk. So it's funny to see how Tariq and, Tommy, which worked under, Ghost and Cannon, are able to be manipulated and get drunk. Drugs are used, alcohol is used to knock them out, where they can be set up. So how they're being set up so easily without them even knowing what's going on. And Tommy's running his mouth with with Jason, whatever. He's running his mouth about the situation with Milan or whatever. So anyways, Tommy's talking about he's a straight hustler and all this other stuff. He also hustled. He worked. You know what I mean? Like, he really hustled. And, when he had a job or whatever. And then it was like, you had a job, Tommy? Tommy was like, a job? No, not like a regular post office motherfucking job. I was working as a bouncer for my mom. My mom got me this job. So now when he says his mom got him this job, it also brings you back to, that's probably where Tommy Egan knows Tony Tereshi. And he probably knows some secrets or some stash, or that's where Tommy Tereshi knows, Tommy Egan's mom, and they got some information, some secrets. Something is coming out the hat. Maybe Tony Tereshi is Tommy Egan's father, or there's some shit that he's seen or he knows that Tony Tereshi really needs to get up with Tommy for, because Tony Tereshi is really stressing Ghost about this phone call that Tommy Egan's supposed to give to Tony. So we'll see how that goes. So it seems like the mom's been in the streets for a long time. So is it that, Tommy got the job as a bouncer as a young kid because she was screwing Tony Tereshi, or Tony Tereshi was Egan's father? We'll find out what the skeletons in the closet, what that's all about, sooner or later. So anyways, um shit's going bad for them, bad for Tommy at this point. So anyways, you got Tasha, you got Ghost, they meet up or whatever, and then Ghost is like telling Tasha, like, how come you didn't tell me that you made a business deal, with Simon Stern? You went behind my back. And Tasha goes like, I knew he's the devil, whatever. And so then, Ghost is like, if you knew he was the devil, why would you do business with the devil? Wouldn't that give you the reason to, reach out and touch me, let me know what's going on? And Tasha was like, oh, coming from you, when you don't tell me what you're doing and what's going on, whatever, nigga, I don't want to hear it. And so then, Tasha tries to smooth the situation over, let Ghost know, hey, you can beat Simon Stern. What's his angle? So Ghost tells, Tasha, his angle is real estate. He wants me to be the front man to get these loans, blah, blah, blah. And so then Tasha was like, yo, you can outsmart him. You outsmarted him once, you can outsmart him again. I know it won't be long before you will have the heads up on the situation. So then Ghost is like, damn, she's playing me. She's good. She's playing me like I used to play her with that Angela situation, what I was doing, taking the money and spending it here and there, whatever. And so Ghost is like, yo, I don't know if I can even trust you, Tasha. And then Tasha was like, I don't know if I can trust you, Ghost. And so Natasha goes, only way that we're gonna win if we figure this out, we gotta win together. So at some point we gotta put all our cards on the table and work together, get something back. So it goes from there. So then Cristobal, he meets up with, the gang, the locals, crazies, whatever the fuck their name is. He meets up with Cristobal, Dre, and this gang member. They meet up and they talk about, taking out, Julio. Because this gang member, the locals, something, really wants to take out Julio because it's blood in and blood out. And you remember the FBI agent said, how did you get out the situation? It's blood in and blood out. So they're coming, calling for that blood out. And so, the gang member is like, yo, but, Julio is protected by Ghost. And then so Dre goes, Ghost ain't in the game. So that payoff that he made, or that promise that you made, is non and void now, because, Ghost is not in the game. Julio is free. Julio is free to be victimized by anybody. And so Dre tells the gang member, hey, you can take him out any way you want to, but make sure you take him out in a way that it's not a signature of your gang related theme of killing people, but and that way that you're protected and I'm protected and it's all good. But when they say, everyone's saying Ghost is out the game, Ghost ain't never been out the game. He's always been in the game. So I don't know how they figuring Ghost is out the game. Ghost ain't out the game. He ain't never been out the game. Ghost ain't gonna give the game up. He tries. And every time he tries to get away, the game comes back and get him. His past come a calling. So anyways, so Dre was like, Julio's life is up for grabs and all that other stuff. And so it's sad. So anyways, we get back to Tommy and Jason chilling in chilling in Chicago, and they're drinking and having a good time, and Tommy's running off at the mouth. This is like one of the times where it's beneficial for Tommy to run off at the mouth, when he talks about Milan, when he talks about, like, I'm a hustler, I'm a grinder, just like Milan. Milan is a hustler, he's a grinder, he's a businessman, he had everything on cover, he had shit on lock, which Tommy says, it surprised me that you guys gave us the okay so quickly to kill Milan, because this whole time Jason's believing that it was a gang, that a rival gang that killed Milan, which was not true. So anyways, Tommy was like, it was easy approval, because I don't know if at that moment, at that conversation, they decided that they were going to kill, Tommy. But it seems like that was the whole issue with Tommy going to Chicago, was to take him out, because Patah was lying to Tommy and lying to Jason. And so they got Tommy out there, because when Tommy goes to the burial site, like, there's a grave dug for him, you know what I mean? So anyways, and so Tommy was like, yo, I thought there was gonna be some pushback on the situation, or whatever, but there was no pushback, so I guess it's all good. And so then Jason looks at his partner, and they look at each other like, something ain't right, something don't smell right. And so anyways, I thought there was gonna be some pushback, call me crazy, But, I don't like a motherfucker that eats people. Not that I hate somebody that eats people. I just don't like people that eat people or whatever. And so then they take another shot and they drink. And then Tommy's walking towards the car and they throw him in the trunk. And so then Julio goes to meet up with, who? Dre. Dre's not there. It's the gang members. His former gang members are there and they take him out. Basically, Julio's asking for, a one-on-one, but, that's not going to happen. But Julio does take out 2 people. But Julio took out 2 people and he celebrated real quick with the stick, talking about, come on, motherfuckers, come on, bitches, what you want? And once he did that, not paying attention, looking at the other gang member that's still moving around, still mobile, the other one that was on the ground, stabbed him in the leg, and I guess he caught a major artery. He caught something where Julio was not able to really maneuver his way around, the official gang member, the leader at this point in time, takes out Julio, and then he cuts the tattoo off, which was nasty and disgusting. To see him just cut the skin off, oh my God, it's like somebody was peeling bacon, peeling skin off of meat, but they was peeling skin off his body, the tattoo. So anyways, the gang members did not keep their word. If they find Julio's body, they're gonna know the gang members came in and got him. And so that means that Dre will not be protected, nor would these gang members be protected from Ghost wrath. Whenever Ghost get a time to get to this situation, because Ghost got a lot of shit going on right now. So anyways, damn, they killed Julio. Julio got murked, but we all knew that was coming, that he was gonna get murked, because he was on the outs. He was on the outs with Dre, on the outs with Christopher, on the outs with Tommy, but nobody let Julio know what was going on, and Julio went to go run and tell, Dre about Cannon. And so Dre already knew he had to take out Julio, because him talking to Cannon cannot get back to anybody. So, damn, Julio's gone. He should have trusted his instincts. And you think about how the reason why Ghost saved Julio from the gang and brought his way out or whatever, and had him, like the third man in charge or the second man in charge, for him to fall for that plan so quick and so easy to get caught up. It is what it is. But Tommy got caught up too, and Ghost's son got caught up too. Tariq is like, everybody that Ghost put trust and faith in and that's on his team are getting caught up in situations where they're not figuring out that it's a setup. They're not thinking ahead of the game. So Dre is a sneaky motherfucker. So anyway, Tommy, he wakes up, he gets out the trunk. He was like, oh, you lucky that I'm all cramped up because I just got out the trunk and everything. And so anyways, so they bring Tommy to this burial site where there's there's a burial site where, a grave has already been dug for him or whatever. And Tommy was like, yo, man, I thought everything was going good. I thought we was going to do business together. I thought we was going to expand. What's going on with this situation? Why are you trying to kill me? Why are you eating people, motherfuckers, trying to kill me right now? Then who shows up with the hat and the hoodie on? Patah shows up. Now, no one looked out at Patah. No one looked at Patah being shady. And, Patah was shady when he had Milan killed, and how him and Tommy got together. No one questioned Patah. No one talked to Chicago, because Ghost was having so many situations go on. Tommy was having situations go on. Tasha was having situations go on. So anyway, Patah was able to maneuver under the rugs in plain sight to set his counterparts up. So eventually Patah wants to take over, the New York business. And since Ghost out is now, so let's get rid of Tommy, then we take out Ghost. I guess that's what Patah was figuring out. Or there's been too many questions asked about why Milan got killed, and Patah was like, yo, it was Tommy. So anyway, Patah shows up, and so, Tommy says, you better have a good motherfucking reason why you're here. You better be on vacation or something, because if not, I'm going to pull your throat out your asshole. I was like, yo. And so, Patah, Tommy, you are going to die for killing Malone. You're going to die for killing Malone. And so Tommy is like, yo, what are you talking about? You set me up. You was there when Malone got killed. You gave the okay. You said Chicago okayed. You said this dude okayed the killing of Malone. That's what you told me. oh my God. He was like, nah, you're going to try to set me up. You're going to try to double cross me. What kind of shit is that? And so anyways, Jason's looking around. Jason's thinking. And then we get Tatiana. She shows up looking all fly to death. And so she shows up and she's getting on her car. And so then, Tommy says, you motherfucker, I've been alive while you've been, Tommy goes, I've been burying people alive since you've been fucking born. I've been burying people alive before you was even shitting or pissing yellow. He said some shit like that. So anyways, and so Tommy was like, he signed off on the hit on Milan. He signed off on that shit. He signed off, and Pata was like, nah, you're trying to save your own life now. And so that's what makes them think, because he goes, oh, you're trying to save your own life now. So if Pata told, Jason that, hey, it was a rival gang that killed, Milan, right? If it was a rival gang that killed Milan, then why would you say you're trying to save your own skin to Tommy? So that means there's some validity to what Tommy is saying about Pata giving a heads up, signing off on killing Milan. So Milan actually put his foot in his mouth, because Tommy would have been dead if he would have just kept his mouth closed. But when he said that you killed Milan, and he lied to the Chicago people and said it was a rival gang, so that's when Tatiana comes up. She talks to Jason. Boom, they kill Pata. He's dead. But there's still some underlying questions that they don't understand and they don't know. So they're going to get to the bottom line of the bullshit of what really happened, what really went down, because now they're knowing that Pata has been lying this whole time. So that means drugs could have been, miscellaneous, money could have been miscellaneous. So they don't know what the fuck Pata was out here doing in New York with these dudes that they don't even know. So they're going to find out. And believe me, they're going to find out. If we thought Milan was bad, it seems like his bosses and Tatiana are going to be even worse. But they seem a little bit more reasonable. So, but we'll see. So anyway, so Pata, he gets killed. And so, Tommy's like, thank God. Thank God. So now Tommy has landed on his feet. So he's actually using his common sense and his sense, which he learned from Ghost and Cannon too, but Ghost the most, where he actually landed on his 2 feet. He actually stands up, and then they give Tommy the keys to his whip, and Tommy said, don't feel no disrespect if I don't let you walk behind me anymore. Oh God. So then Ghost meets up with who. He meets up with Cannon. Cannon gets Ghost. And so then, oh man, this shit goes left real quick. So, Cannon is driving with Ghost. Go see the cops. And so Cannon looks at Ghost like, yo, don't try no fucked up shit, because I know you a snitch ass bitch. You a snitch ass motherfucker. So they pull over to the side. And so, Cannon's just like trying to tell Ghost, like, Ghost is like, yo, I need, Ghost was like, what do I got to do to get my son back? What do I got to do to get my son back, or whatever? And so, Cannon lets Ghost know, the most coldest hearted motherfucker that would kill a motherfucker that likes pussy and have no soul and no heartbeat, got your son. And then Ghost goes, oh shit, jukebox. And it's a wrap. So he was like, damn. He was like, so what I got to do to get my son back? Can you talk to jukebox? And then, Ghost knows that really Cannon can't talk to jukebox. Jukebox can't be talked to. So anyways, Cannon was like, so you need to get this money. You know what I mean? You need to get this money now or whatever. And Ghost is like, I ain't got no money. I just got out of jail. And so Cannon was like, that ain't never stopped you before. Not having no money never not stopped you from getting some money, because you guys are hustlers, street hustlers from New York City. So don't even play me with that. Miss me with that bullshit Cannon is saying. And so then Ghost realized, okay, you know what? There's a way. And so then he was like, yo, let's go to Tommy's spot, one of Tommy's stash houses. And Cannon laughs, was like, you a sick motherfucker, you're gonna rob your own boy. But Cannon was like, that's some shit that I would do too. And Cannon was like, yo, I taught you well, in his head or whatever. And so then Cannon gives Ghost the gun with no bullets. And so and Ghost is like, why you give me a gun with no bullets? And Ken was like, you don't need no bullets, motherfucker. And so then they talk about the plan, how they gonna do this robbery or whatever. And how they gonna do the robbery. And so, Ghost is like, there's like there's one outside, two inside, three inside, and one on the side. And Ghost is like, I'm gonna come in from the front or whatever. And then Cannon goes, well, then I'm gonna come to the side, catch that motherfucker by surprise. And Cannon was like, I taught you well. They like kind of like reminiscing. And so then, they're also talking about, so they get the money, whatever. Only one person gets killed that gets Tommy money. And so then boom, after they get Tommy's money, they bounce to go save Tariq or whatever. And so, once they get to the crib or whatever, so Cannon is telling, Ghost that, hey, here's the gun. He gives him a gun with the bullets and everything in it this time. And so, Ghost turns the gun on Cannon, and Cannon was like, I knew he was going to do that shit because, he taught him whatever. Well, also, Cannon was like, yo, you made the wrong choice by keeping me alive, because if you didn't keep me alive, you wouldn't be in this predicament, the situation right here. Your son wouldn't be a captive right now, so you made the wrong choice. And Ghost is just trying to say, like, yo, man, I didn't want to kill you. We were like brothers, so I just locked you down for 10 years. But everything that Ghost has done in the past, it seems like it's coming to bite him in the ass, and also coming to bite Tommy in the ass as well. So anyways, so they're in front of the house in Queens where, Tariq is with Jukebox, whatever. And so Cannon gives, Ghost the gun, and Ghost pointed at Cannon. And Cannon was like, yo, I'm giving you this gun because, if you want to save your son, because she's going to kill you and your son. You know what I mean? So I don't know if she got niggas in there in the house. I don't know what kind of setup she got. She probably killed me too. So basically, Jukebox is more vicious than any of these motherfuckers, which, Cannon explains. So they get up in the house, and so Ghost is there. They got the money and the whole nine. And so, they got the money in the whole nine. And so, Ghost kind of like tipped his finger by taking off his like wristbands, like, the plastic cups or whatever, cuffs. And so, so then that's when, Jukebox is on deck, knowing that, okay, these dudes are both coming here at me or whatever. So anyways, with that being said, she runs towards Tariq to put the gun behind his head, and she was like, I killed this motherfucker, and all this other stuff. And it goes down that way. And so then Ghost was like, come on, man. And Ghost was like, yo, I never did nothing to you, Jukebox. I never did shit to you. And so Jukebox was like, it ain't about what you did to me, motherfucker. It's about what you did to this motherfucker. You put him behind bars for 10 goddamn years. And all this other stuff. Like, she even gives a fuck about Cannon being locked down for 10 years. She just really wants that money. She's vicious. She ain't playing no games. And so anyways, so Ghost is copping please because he wants his son, and you hear Tariq say dad. So now Tariq is saying dad. And so now Jukebox is like, you know what, Cannon, I want you to tell this little motherfucker the truth. Tell him who you really is. And so Cannon opens up and tells him, hey, because Cannon is connected to Tariq now for some reason. He really likes Tariq. He's feeling Tariq. He likes Tariq. I guess he's wishing Tariq was his son anyway. So Cannon was like, yo, my name's really not Slim. I'm Cannon. And then Tariq was like, I thought Cannon was dead. And he was like, I used you to set up licks. I used you to get back at your father. I used you for money. You ain't nothing but a money grab. I killed Sean. Sean was my son, and I'll kill that motherfucker again. He ain't like you. He ain't a gangster like you. He ain't bout it like you. So you see that Cannon really is feeling Tariq. And he was like, my son ain't like you. My son was a bitch. My son was a snitch. My son was this. My son was everything under the sun, and he'll do it again or whatever. And so then Cannon also said, me and your father, we done fucked up shit. We ain't innocent. We ain't never been innocent. We done some horrible things and all this other stuff. So Tariq is sitting there like, damn. And so, what's her name? Jukebox is getting anxious, right? And she's about to like, what, motherfucker? And because Ghost moved closer towards, Tariq, and she cocked that gun towards the back of Tariq's head, and she's looking at Ghost, so she takes her eyes off the prize, which is Tariq. and Cannon clips her. So Mellow New York said Cannon was gonna kill Jukebox for Tariq, and he did. So anyways, it is what it is. So Cannon takes the money. He's about to bounce. He says, Tariq, I see you later, little nigga. And so Ghost is just holding on to his son, Tariq. So hopefully this is going to show you where Tariq is going to become gangster. Tariq is going to have to get into his father's business. Either Tariq is going to get scared straight, or he wants to know everything that's going on. His father has to put him in and let him know what's up so Tariq can help protect the family, because right now they are far few in between with real soldiers, people that really rock with them, because it was so quick and so easy how Ghost and Cannon was able to fucking rob, Tommy's stash house, like so quick. It's like the people that they got on board and really all there. And so you got Drake two-face ass, and Dre is gonna be called out on some shit. Oh boy. So then you get Tommy drives to go kill, Holly's uncle that molested her, and he beats him. But the funny part was like, oh, there's a den, and Tommy's like, what's a den? And then the uncle keeps making it worse for himself. He doesn't know. He goes, you got any kids? And he goes, it just wasn't in the cards for me. And so he beats the uncle to death with a baseball bat in the name of Holly, and he's holding on to the ring that's on the necklace that he had gave Holly or whatever. So it also seems like what's his name, Tommy might not be so eager to take out Tasha because she got a kid. And also his past might come up with him knowing that he killed Holly that was carrying his seed. And she was just as dysfunctional as he was. And if he finds out that Ghost knew that she was pregnant, I think it's going to change things where the relationship might not be as tight as it once was. Because they're already having some trust issues with Ghost, Tasha, and Tommy, and Tariq. So we'll see what happens. Tommy beat the shit out of that child molester. Beat his predator ass down. God damn, this episode was lit. So I think Tasha is probably going to be taken out. Or only way she survived is because of Tommy. And it seems like next episode is going to get even worse for Ghost. And it seems like Joe Proctor is going to be caught up in the sauce. And John Marks is going to come and try to help Joe Proctor. And then it seems like there's a whole, the gang that, Julio was a part of. Since, gang members got killed. Are they coming back to get at, who? Ghost. Since Ghost is out the game, they want to take over his empire. So peace, I'm out.